All right, check it out. One of the things that we teach our children as they grow is to control their actions and their emotions. Do this, don't do that, stop crying, don't hit, don't bite, whatever. All about the actions, the emotions, the things that they do, and the things that we can see. But we often neglect to teach them arguably one of the most important things that they need to learn to control, and that is their thoughts. The real determination of the life that we live and the success that we have or don't have starts in the thoughts that we consistently maintain, that we keep, that we rehearse in our mind over and over again. So this conversation that I'm inviting you into now, I'm calling the algorithm of thought. It's often said that art imitates life. And we live in an age where technology, especially as it pertains to artificial intelligence, is becoming so lifelike that many people are questioning if our reality is the AI of a higher intelligence. Now, that may sound convoluted, but when we think about it, the rapid advancement of technology and how close things are becoming to our technology in our real life, it kind of makes a little bit of sense. One of the things that I believe is truly that technology is imitating reality and that there's a convergence of the two. And we recognize this even when we think about something like the algorithms on the internet that bring us advertisements and opportunities. As most of us know, our technology on the internet is listening all the time. It's watching what we say, it's watching what we type, what we search for, and what we do while on the internet, even when we're not aware. As a result of all of that data surveillance, we are constantly brought more of what we're already thinking, saying, and doing. My son's 10 years old and recently started playing golf. In that process, I've searched for golf lessons, golf equipment, all sorts of golf-related things. Of course, now I can't go on Facebook or begin to type anything that starts with a G when I'm searching for something without golfer-related items populated. And that's not unlike the reality of the truth that we operate in our world. One of the challenging passages from the Bible says, to the one that has, more will be given in abundance, and to the one that doesn't have, even what they have will be taken away. Our understanding that our thoughts are things and not just thoughts, and that what we think is a reflection of what and who we truly are. And we don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. We get more of what we already have. And the one thing that we have in abundance is our thoughts. And when it comes to our lives, our businesses, and even our health, the abundance of our thoughts drives the abundance of our material and physical reality. At times it has baffled me how some people believe the most outlandish things about themselves and who they are and what they're going to do. And, to me, that person may be very ill-equipped for the reality that they speak about and that they believe about themselves. But I've personally seen some of these people achieve on levels that I never expected. But it's not my thoughts about them that mattered. It's their thoughts. It's their belief. It's what they're saying out of their mouth. It's their confession of their reality based on their thoughts and what they believe. And then the ability to not only think about that, but to create emotion behind it, to live in that reality before it is a material or physical reality. Now this, for some people is where it gets a little, spooky or whatever the case may be. But the fact is that it's real. Thoughts are things, and we have the power to control this most abundant substance that we have in our thoughts, using our imagination, which again is something that is natural for children. And we kind of work them out of that as part of their development and maturity to almost teach them that their imagination, which is this realm that they control, that that's not real, and you get to the point where you have to be more practical, and everything is about the material and the physical. But the reality is, when you think about those who have been raised or those who say they're living by faith, right? And they have their faith in this and their faith in that. Well, how do you exercise? Honestly, how do you exercise your faith? It's through your imagination. It's through controlling your thoughts on what you believe to be real and making those things, speaking those things, the things that aren't material or physical yet, exercising your thoughts and your imagination to begin to see those things the way that they are. And this isn't something that's just that is just in the realm of religion or that, any type of belief system. It's a part of the reality of who we are. We create by our thoughts because thoughts are things. They are a substance, and it's a part of us because none of us operate without thoughts. And all of us know that we have created reality, the things that we thought about the most, the things that we worried about, the things that we believe, the things that we hoped for. Again, the faith says that faith is the substance, a material of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. That thought is something that is real and that we are putting into reality. When we exercise that, we're nurturing that, and we're doing what we were created to do by the Creator who created us in the image of the Creator. So by nature, we create. And where does that creation start? In our thoughts. Is there an artist that has ever painted something, or a sculptor who has ever chiseled something, or is there a musician who has ever played something that they didn't think about first, that didn't enter their mind before it came into reality? And that is what we have to learn to master when it comes to how is our business going to grow? How is my family going to develop? How is my health going to be realized based on what I desire? And it has to start in the thoughts, even before just the actions. And here's why I say that. Because if we start just with actions and doing things, that may not necessarily change what we think about. I can go and exercise every day. I can take a bunch of medications every day. But if all I think about is being, 285 pounds of chewed up bubble gum and diabetes and high blood pressure, and I'm constantly worried about that, I'm actually creating with what is more powerful, my thoughts, than I am with my actions. And, another passage that you find in the scriptures, it says, faith without works is dead. And I've thought about that a lot. So if I believe something, but then I don't do something that corresponds to that, there's no life in it. But here's something that, I believe also that is the other side of that coin. Works without faith is slavery, right? If all I'm doing is working, if all I'm doing is a series of actions, and I haven't attached the outcome that I desire to those actions, then what am I doing? I'm actually serving something outside of my own desire, outside of my own purpose, outside of my own mission in life, because I'm just working. So I just go out, and if I just go out and work a job and show up every day and work from 9 to 5 and get a paycheck and, then retire, what am I doing? I'm getting paid for going out and doing the work, but I'm actually working for somebody else, making them rich, creating their fortune, fulfilling their dreams, right? Because I don't have a plan. I didn't have a plan to execute something that I created. But then when I have a plan, when I've already thought about the end from the beginning and already determined what I'm working for, now I have the thought that I've created, I have the end goal, and now I work towards that. And that's where the freedom, that's where the purpose and the vision is realized because I know what I'm working for. I've attached my belief, I've attached my thoughts to what I'm working. Doesn't mean I can't go get a job and work for someone, but if there's nothing that I've created of what I want to accomplish by going to work every day, then again, it's slavery with a paycheck. But it's actually working towards someone else's dream. So the algorithm of thought, just like you doing a search on Google, just like you clicking on advertisements on Facebook or on X or whatever platform you're on, take the time to cultivate your thought life. And here's some ways that I've been working on this that I would like to suggest to you. 2 times in the day where it's really helpful and I think most beneficial to really exercise your thought life, to create the life that you want, is when you lay down at night before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning. You can actually have thoughts both forwards and backwards about the day that you just had or the day that you expect to have, and you can use your thoughts to help create the life that you want. What if before you got out of bed every morning, which some people, there's some things that I've read or listened to, videos that I've watched that talk about this, rehearse your day before it happens, before you get out of bed, instead of waking up and feeling and thinking and doing all the things that you already do that are tied to your past that you've remembered or your predictable future, right? Instead of automatically falling into that routine, what if the first thing you do is you wake up and you're in that state, and we'll have some conversations about what, brain wave state that you might be in at different times of the day or your existence, but you're in that state right before you go to sleep, before you wake up, and then you decide to have the thoughts about everything that's going to happen in your day, all the things that you're going to experience, what the outcome is going to be, what the impact is going to be, what your realities are going to be. And you keep rehearsing those things in your mind, and you see what you drive, you see, where you're going, you see the business meeting, you see the people walking in the door, you see all the things that you desire, and you rehearse that over and over and over again in your mind and create that reality before you get there. Then now you have the ability to have that algorithm attract and bring those things to you. This is Urshel, and we are thinking for a change. Stay with us. If you're listening to this now, I'm probably going to be inviting you into this conversation later. So let's put our thoughts to work.